Welcome to Gainesville Gym. Today I got a video that's going to help you build some muscle. If you found this video informative and helpful, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you. Let's check it out. So today, this video is for those who want to build some muscle but they're unsure of what weights they should be using, how many reps, how many sets, all of that thing. I'm going to try to square that up for you, just real simple, beginner style. So one thing you want to do is figure out your 1 rep max. And the safest way to do that, in my opinion, is to figure out your 5 rep max. So what you want to do, depending on when, how long you've been in the gym and what you've done in the past, or you may just be fresh in the gym, the best way to do that is to simply work up to 5 rep max. And what you would do with that is pick a movement, whatever you're working on, whether it's bench press, squat, or deadlift, but you want to use this for compound lifts. So those are multi-joint movements: bench press, squat, deadlift, bent over row, things like that. And so what you're gonna do is kind of throw some weight on there, ease your way up to a 5 rep max, which is way safer than trying to figure out your 1 rep max. 5 rep max, you got some left in the tank, so it's safer to work up to that. So let's say you go in and you're doing bench press. You put on 135 and you hit that for maybe like 10 reps, and you're like, okay, well that felt okay, I can go higher. And you kind of inch your way up. Maybe you go 135 to maybe 140 or 145, and you keep going for it. Then you get, for my example, you get to about 185. So now you figure, okay, 185 sounds like a good place right there. Maybe I could have gotten 6 or 7, maybe not, but it was really stressing me out. And so as you're adding on this weight, you're taking the proper rest. You're not resting too long, and you're not cutting it too short. So maybe about 90 seconds to 2 minutes between attempts. And like I said, for my example, you're landing on 185. So what you're gonna do is take that 185, you're going to multiply by the number of reps, which right here we figured it was 5 reps, and then you're going to take that number and multiply it by 3%, or 0.03, and that's going to give you your estimated 1 rep max. So let's take a look at it. So right here I already did the math, just so you don't have to watch me go through it. So we did 185, which is the weight we landed on, and we multiplied by 5, which is the 5 rep, because it was our 5 rep max. And then we multiplied that by 0.03 or 3%, and we ended up with 27.75. So I took that number, I left it in the decimal form, and you take that and you add it back to your original weight, 5 rep max weight. So we ended up with 212.75. Now, depending on what kind of person you are, you might round this to 210, you might round this to 215, depending on how much you're willing to challenge yourself. But I think if you rounded to 210 or 215, you're pretty safe, so you can kind of work off that number. So I left it here as I move forward in my calculation. So now we're looking at 212.75, somewhere around there is our 1 rep max. So I took that number, and for muscle building purposes, in my opinion, you want to work in the 70 to 80% range of your 1 rep max. So I took that number, and I got approximately 149 for my 70%, and I got 170 for my 80%. So now I have a good range to work off of. So with this, for that 149, you want to try to be able to get that about 12 times. For the 170, you want to try to be able to get that for about 8. And you're going to work in an 8 to 12 rep range for your muscle building. And staying in that point, this is going to help you build muscle It's going to help you challenge yourself. Now, what can you do after that to kind of speed up the process of, really challenge yourself? You can cut your rest periods. So maybe if you're working in that 70% range, you drop your rest periods 30 to 60 seconds. If you're working in that 80, maybe you go as high as about 90 seconds. But you want to stay in there. And now as far as how many sets you should be doing, now you can do as many sets as you want in that range. As many sets. So say if you're hitting chest and you're saying, you know what, I want to hit this many flat bench, I want to hit this many incline bench, I want to hit this many decline. You kind of play around with it. In my opinion, you're your own best personal trainer, so based off your goals what you want to do. Now, it's up to you. It's just like when you were in school, somebody's cheating on a test or something like that. What do they say? You're only hurting yourself, you're only cheating yourself. So if you want the results, you're going to go in there, you're going to push it, but you're going to be able to do it safely with this information. If you go higher than 80%, then you're probably going to drop the number of reps. And if you go lower than 70, you may want to increase. But some of that lower than 70 is going to probably bring you into that muscle endurance. Higher than 80 is probably going to start to bring you in the strength and power side of things in the gym. But if you're strictly going in looking to build muscle, you want to stay in that 70% to 80% of your 1 rep max. And that's the short of it. Now, one key thing I suggest is logging your workouts. This helps you know as you go in each week, you can kind of figure out, okay, I was here last week, this time I'm going to see what if I add about 5 in here. So let's just say you ended up at 170 for your 80%. Well, you know what? I'm going to try to get in here. I was hitting 170 for 8 reps last week. So I'm going to try to bump this up maybe to about 175 and see if I can get 8 reps there. Because it's good to do a progressive overload even with your sets. So maybe you're doing 4 sets of flat bench. So maybe your first set is at 70%. Your second set is maybe at 75%. And you kind of, maybe you end up with 2 sets of 180 or 80% to wrap that flat bench side up of your workout. So it's different kind of ways to add progressive overload, to just add on weight, add on challenges, and safely work your way up. And as long as you're, challenging yourself in the gym, you're resting properly, and you're feeding your muscle properly, and you're recovering properly, you should have no problem building muscle. This will also help. Once you build muscle, you're burning fat also, and you should be able to hit your goals with no problem. Like I said, you want to track it. So, good news for you, I got a fitness journal that will help you keep track of your workouts. You can all your starting schematics right here. Then you can kind of like fill out all the details of your workout, how many sets, reps, the weights, even what supplements. Kind of put a journal how you felt that day, kind of pour it out in here. Logging everything, keeping track of everything you do, you will make gains. All right.